finish up a couple things. Okay. So this YouTube channel or the Union Depository Heist this already, but I figured I might as well do this so I can go back and live stream.
My house! But Merryweather isn't short on excuses to come and kill you, nor does Deb.
Came after my family.
All right. I don't know what to say. Does this change where you stand on the...
Before it gets any hotter.
That's smart. Meet me at the strip joint. I'll get word to Frank and Trevor.
Alright, here we go. This is going to be the beginning of setups. I know it is in the club and I am not allowed to go into the club, but the only way to do this is to go to the club. So if any of my family is watching this, I apologize for having to go here, but I'm going to try to get through here as quick as possible. And yeah, so now I'm just driving to the club to actually start the heist, and it doesn't start the heist immediately. You have to do setups in order to actually start the heist, because you gotta get everything prepared. So that's what this live stream is going to be. So basically this is kind of a tutorial on how to actually do this if you have not done it already. But I'm pretty sure most Grand Theft Auto 5 players have, but if you haven't, then this will be a pretty good tutorial on how to do everything, because it's live, so you know, you kind of, it's better when it's live, because it's real action, and it's not all that stage stuff that nobody cares about. But, yeah, so I'm really going to treat this as kind of a YouTube video instead of a live stream, but it is going to be a live stream, so here we go.
Michael, did you find them?
Who?
The person who sent the mercenaries to our house.
I'm working on it.
Are we safe? You said we would be safe.
He's not gonna try that again. I'm on top of this, Amanda. Trust me.
Really? You're sure?
I'm positive. Look, I love you, baby. I'm gonna take care of this.
Alright, so from here, you go into the club. You gotta try to run through here as quick as possible. But of course,
I'm cool with all the
so I'm just gonna look down this way. This way. Oh yeah, that's Wade. Walk farther this way, back here. You go straight, and then, okay, so basically, when you walk into the club, you want to walk all the way left through to the private lounge. Then you want to walk through the brown door, and from here you go straight and take a right here, and then it's pretty self-explanatory where to go from here.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Oh, we were just talking about you.
Well, don't worry. Another few hours, you never have to talk about me again, Trevor.
You're the one who likes to talk. Watch your
Probably,
back. You too.
I probably will put this as private just so you can see this, Zach. Because, you know, you know why when you're watching back at this. So, this is going to be private just for me to see. Because, like, you know, it'd be cool to see how I handled this stuff in the big score and be able to watch me going through it. I've only actually beat this once, and that was like 2.5 years ago. So I really forgot what a lot of this stuff actually is. Like, I don't remember anything about the setups, and the only part I remember about the depository is the big drill that you have to use. So this pretty much is a first playthrough. So Zach, when you're watching this, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you, excuse me, huh?
Enough! Thank you. Okay, this is it. Well, we have two options. They're both a little, out there, but then again, what do you expect? Okay, option one. We hijack their armored cars. We take the crews hostage, and then we infiltrate the depository. Now, once you're in there and you've got the score, we send in a team of modded cars. You load up, you get out. we'll need to infiltrate the transportation grid and manipulate it to aid our escape. But option 2, we cause a distraction out front. Make them think we're dumb.
Well, we've never had a problem convincing people of that, have we?
The other guys will be drilling, taking what they can. You're gonna be the distraction.
Always the attention seeker. You know, for a guy who's always stepping on his friends to get ahead.
Okay, basically there, he's just
To
sitting there
recap,
he's just sitting there dissing on Michael. I do remember that. He calls him a pretentious butt, and he is very, very disrespectful.
these are our options. If you're drilling a big old hole, you'll need a big old drill.
Yeah, that's the
They're
only part I
excavating a new
remember.
part of the metro network around. Now, you've got to get some police stingers. Only cops are licensed to have them, so that's a headache of its own. What else? Oh, right. You'll need to get a hold of and mod some getaway cars. Okay, last thing. Michael, subtle or obvious? What's it going to be?
The subtle one is the one with...
Oh, you want him to give you the medal? Okay, well, it's going to take a big crew. First gunman comes into the bank with you. It helps you move the gold into the reinforced hot rods. Second gunman is there to take down the armored cars and bring the hostages to a safe house.
Okay,
Well, he's had my back on every job since I got up and running again.
Yeah,
He
he's
deserves
my
a shot
favorite
at the
guy.
big one.
Then,
Think about my buddy Chef, okay? Consummate professional.
Chef.
And
Yeah,
driver number
Chef's good.
1 takes the wheel in the 4th getaway car, is going to be at the bank with you and help loading. They're a key part of this. Driver...
Yeah, see, when you're doing this stuff, they do take a lot of the cut, but at the same time, it's very much worth it because pretty much no matter what you do, you're getting around 20 to 26 to 7 million for each character. So when you're doing this, it really doesn't matter. But you want to have good guys for this because this heist is probably the hardest heist you will do. It's harder than the Pacific Standard.
You want me to flip a coin?
Shut up. But, yes, you do want to choose the best people because they are the ones that are gonna get you the most money and have the best support. Because, to be honest, you're probably gonna be the worst driver and the worst gunman because, you know, they're programmed to be like gods. So you do want to make sure that you are choosing the best people, in your opinion. You could go for the people that are garbage, but they're also going to give you the least amount of money. They're not going to help you out as good with the gunmen, and they're not going to be great support when it comes to driving. So you do want to keep that in mind when you are doing this heist.
Ah, okay. This one's new blood. I've seen him drive, but I haven't seen him under pressure. Now, the hacker, they're going to break into the traffic system, buy you some time coming out of the bank. This is the big one. Is there anything you want to go over?
They are going to be getting a lot of the cut, so, I mean, you want to keep that in mind, too.
Okay, we need those stingers and the modified getaway cars.
I knew you'd like that.
Sounds kind of fruity, if you ask me.
Nobody asked you. Look, this is our only hope. You control traffic in this town, you control the streets. I think it could work.
It will work, as long as we're ready to move now. Come on, I'll take you to the equipment.
Fucking asshole. Alright, let's go.
Okay, want to get through here, want to get through here. Want to get through here. You want to go through here, you want to go down.
Talking like sex strip clubs objectify women, but you ain't objects. You're people.
Walking around, go here.
Trace?
Daddy, are you okay?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
'Cause some guys came to our house with automatic weapons, maybe?
I'm dealing with that, honey. You don't need to worry.
Money doesn't matter when you're dead, Daddy.
Okay, so from here, you should just be able to like drive around, and then you'll start getting calls from Lester, and he'll tell you what you need. So Okay, drive around for a little bit. Yep. And then it'll say there, the text is gonna say, there's an LSPD van holding spike strips in the rear car park at the South LS police station. I've got the hacker looking for some gauntlet muscle cars that we can modify. Expect an email about that soon. So you want to keep that in mind when you start doing this stuff. So we're gonna get right into this. You want to make the waypoint, and then you want to drive there as quick as possible. These setups aren't hard. The hard part is really and then the 4 muscle cars. They're 4 muscle cars. We're going with Bravado gauntlets. I modded 1 and the test worked well, so we just need 3 more. Hacker pulled Santos. We hired someone good and they managed to bring up the geotag on the images, so finding them should be easy. Any 3 gauntlets will do. If these ones don't work out, get them, take them to LS Customs for modding, and drop them in the lockup pics below. Pillbox Hill on top of the whatever parking lot. So there. Rockford Hills. Mission Row. And yep. Alright. So you want to get there. The drive sometimes is a little bit of is a while away, so what you want to do, if that's the case, is you want to... Alright, so there's a police van you gotta steal. So, a trick I found for getting into here, because they're not going to just let you into the impound lot, what you want to do is you want to go around here to the back, and you want to go up towards, here, and then you want to drop in from over the top right here. So first, see who's there. Are there any cops? And if there's not any, you want to just hop on over.
I'm off in a couple hours. Let's see that new one. The one that just get... You're trespassing! Get on the floor!
Then get in here. Go. Wait. Then you want to use the cops. Luckily, you only get 1 star, so it's not that hard to get away from. But at the same time, it is kind of difficult because you're in a van, and vans, as we all know, are not exactly the fastest vehicles. So when you're doing this, think about this strategically, about where you're going to go. Don't kill any cops. Like, I cannot stress that enough. If you have to do anything to get away, except kill the cops. Because killing them is going to make it harder to get away because you're going to have more stars and then more people are going to be on you. So what you want to do is you want to just start driving, and as soon as they start getting farther away, try to get to more of a secluded location. And then as soon as you do that, okay, boost. As soon as you do that, oh my god. And one thing I want you to note is NPCs throughout the entire heist will do everything in their power to try to screw you over when it comes to driving. They will turn in your way. They will like turn as soon, or they'll spawn like as soon as you need to be somewhere. And a lot of people like to blame it on the NPCs, but they just don't know that they're like garbage drivers. So as you're driving, you want to go farther, and you want to get away from them. As you can see, the cops are far behind me. So in an area like this is good because you can get in here, get in, press through if you have to, get to the back, and because you only have 2 stars, if you get out the van and hide somewhere, it's not gonna.
What is this shit?
It's not gonna be too hard to get away. But as you can see, the cops do start to follow you. So what you want to do is you want to get in a place kind of like this, and you want to run. And as soon as you lose the cops, it's okay. And so I have lost the cops. The police are gone. So sorry about that. You do want to take it back to where you need to go. And once you're done with that, it should be easy to get where to do the rest of the setup. So I am going to drive there, and I am not going to cut anything out. I want this to be like real and not edited or anything, so you can get the full idea of what it's going to be like to actually do the heist, because you know you're not going to be able to fast forward or do anything like that during the actual heist setup. So you just want to go, and I'm gonna stop talking and I'm just gonna start driving, and you can kind of just watch the path. Alright, so as you can see, I got the stinger. Now the next heist setup that I'm going to do is probably going to be, once he calls me, I need to get a bravado gauntlet.
Lester, I got the spike strips we need.
Good. Now, once we have all the modified gauntlets, we take this score.
What the fuck you fronting on me for? I'm a professor, and these
So you
bitches
want to go around and try to find bravado gauntlets. They're not rare, but they're also really not that easy to find. You gotta be in certain areas, like Vinewood is a really good place to be when you're trying to find like nicer cars.
It's just an online persona. It was satire or parody or something. I didn't mean it.
Jim?
You're taking me up Banham Canyon in this charcoal color Landstalker to punish me for trolling you? If only someone would save me!
Can't do it, son. Get yourself out of this mess.
Okay, well, how much of my father's money do you think it'll take to get me out of this situation?
Bravado gauntlets. So as you start combing the highways and stuff like that to try to find them. And the game is going to purposely make them a bit more scarce. So you have to do a little bit more to find them. Hold on, I just received a text. Okay. Alright, so, like I said, just start combing the highways, and as soon as you find one, take one to Los Angeles Customs, and do what they want you to do. Wait, let me go back through and see this, because okay, so that's what the car looks like. Okay, so start combing.
Fucking idiot!
I knew the NPCs were gonna get on my way. Time, let me see what this car looks like, because I can't find it. Yeah, that's what they look like. But...
I hear you.
Hey there. Can't wait to meet up later.
Can't talk now.
Oh, that's where they are. Alright. Okay, I'm stupid. I was trying to look for them on the road. Okay. Okay, I think this is where they were showing, but I'm not exactly sure. What?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, here's it. There it is. Oh, no, it's on the road by that. Where's the road?
Fucking idiot!
Okay, so right here. Jeez, I keep getting a bunch of texts.
What the fuck? Hey there! What's good?
Okay, let's travel over here.
Oh!
My dumb self was sitting there. Oh, me, or my dumb self, was trying to look for them, like, on the roads. This is what I mean, like, I completely forgot. Last time, I think, okay, so, one thing that really grinds my gears is, one time, or the last time I did this mission, literally about freaking 80% of the stuff that I remembered, and there were some, well, more like 60, because then there were missions that I had to do this time that I never remember doing. Like, I don't think I ever did them. I was so confused because I was like, wait, I beat this before, but never once did I have to do these missions. Right here. Let's see. It's gonna be at the top, I would imagine, because there's a picture of it outside. So let's find out how to get up here. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna take this car right here. Oh wow, look at that. See, you don't find these cars often. This is a Turismo. These cars are very, very fine. Oh my god, I'm stupid. That's a cool car and all, but like, yeah, I got more fun stuff to be doing. Oh, and don't press square going up this because you can and will fall off of the, you're a person who will think you're trying to jump off of the, trying to fall off of the thing. Let's see here. Where is this coming? Oh, it's right there. $10,020. I don't have 2020, but I do know who has 2020. Let me see if I got the emails, Franklin, because I have a lot of money for him. Okay, yep, I got it. I am just gonna start taking cabs, because I just remembered we can do that.
You got any cabs available? Stay where you are. I got a driver right around the corner. Cool.
Just for lulz.
Jesus!
Oh my fucking god!
You want some cars? You want some?
Come on, move.
Yeah. Oh, there's my cab.
Oh shit!
No!
415 on Gomez Street.
Guess I'm driving.
Beachy Beach.
Look out, man! What the fuck they know about that? This shit.
Oh, this is driver's accident. I thought the driver was on This time we're gonna stay in the cab and we're just gonna drive up. Last level to the top. Crap. Wait. Okay, yeah, I have way more than Alright, so I know I'm not the only one that saw this ramp, and I'm pretty sure what all of you are gonna do. How are you gonna let it happen? What? It's okay if you mess it up, you can just pay for it.
Alright, dog.
Alright, dog. I could have been on like the third one by now if I hadn't spent so freaking long trying to find out where the heck the locations were. Because me being the stupid me I am, I thought that that was the locations you were supposed to put them at, not the ones that that's where you're supposed to put them. I thought that, or yeah, I thought that's where you're supposed to put them, not where you're supposed to get them from. Zach is stupid, but that's okay, because I make up for it because of his. End of conversation. Yoink!
Not the car!
Drift game strong. Okay, maybe not a drive game, but drift game. I'm gonna deck these things all the way out. Because in story mode, it's so cheap to do it. Jesus.
Like it never happened.
Heist spread. Extras. There's that. That is when you hear your car doing that. That is what we call double clutching. So it's basically this. Every time you hear that, you double clutch. So confused. Where is the car supposed to go, son? Now the other one wants to open. Gauntlet. Alright, we need to get 2 more. That one. Oh, is this it? Okay. That might be it. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, where is it? Alright, on that one. Alrighty. Right here. Then I'm gonna call it cab because that's too far.
I need a cab as soon as possible.
On its way, sir.
First of the UD gauntlet is modded and the lockup.
Thanks for letting me know.
Oh, and if you do have the money to do the extras, I recommend doing it. More than likely, it's gonna help you out in the long run.
Where you headed, homie?
You know, I didn't know you could skip this until like a year after I started playing this. I felt so stupid when I pressed X again, or red in the bottom corner, that I could skip it, and I was
That's
like,
the ride, my man.
I was so mad at myself. Ooh, was that the Los Angeles? Of course it's the Alright. Well. Oof. Sometimes I go too fast. I can't even comprehend how fast I'm
Hey, girl.
Shit! You hit me!
And what I just realized is the reason I couldn't find any, and what I looked up on Safari, is that when you actually do this stuff, or when you're doing this, they take out all the bravado gauntlets out the game, so you can only find them here, or you can only find them at the locations. So you can't like cheat and like just like go to where you're not supposed to and get it.
Cool it!
I think that's probably I wonder why the bravado gauntlet. Like, I wonder why they didn't choose like a sports car or something.
From a toad to a prince.
Alright. We're done with that.